Twitter. Welcome back, everybody. Hour number 3 of the Pro Wrestling Experience, Sports Entertainment Experience, whatever you want to call it, here on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com. My name is Josh Lopez. You can follow me on Twitter at VoiceOfTruth94. Man, we've been honored to have a lot of great guests over the years, and one of my favorite wrestlers is on the air with us right now, former United States champion, Intercontinental champion, tag team champion, and an all-around great guy, Santino Marella. Welcome to the show, buddy.
Oh, thank you very much, man. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Before we get into the meat of the interview, do you have any favorite Chicago memories?
Chicago memories? I mean, the Chicago Blackhawks have always been a thorn in the side of that Toronto Maple Leafs.
What was your thoughts on performing at the Allstate Arena as opposed to like the other arenas you got to wrestle in years past?
The Allstate's fantastic. The crowd is really unified. They're kind of a cohesive unit, and especially when you have someone there like a local guy, for example, back in when Punk would show up, it was pretty cool to see the support of a local guy.
How's the neck feeling so far?
Not too good, man. I wish I could report better, but you know, we had the initial surgery, and I kind of felt better. I started training a little bit, and then two of the screws came out, so we had to go in and take out all the titanium, and yeah, a little setback with regards to all the, you know, your body. It's such an invasive surgery. Your body goes into this crazy overreaction spasm thing, and everything's tight up in your neck and your traps, and it's affecting other parts of your back. So it hasn't been comfortable, but that being said, it's actually starting to subside right now, so it's not too bad. I mean, it's getting there. It's getting there.
Can you tell us a little bit about your beginnings in professional wrestling? Where did you get trained? Why did you fall in love in being part of professional wrestling?
Oh, okay, yeah. So, I mean, my whole life I grew up, I was on the provincial and national judo team in Canada, and I always loved, I wrestled in high school, and, you know, I won the championships, and I wrestled in university. I won the Atlantic University Championship. So I've been grappling forever, since I was 9 years old. And I was a national champion, actually, in judo. Mm-hmm. When a guy on my wrestling team in university, the guy was in the WWF for a stint in the 80s. And he had a school in Markham, Ontario, a small school. Like, it was more for a hobby, like 5 guys, 6 guys. And as soon as I heard that, I said, oh, my God, my destiny just found me. This is crazy. I feel it. I'm actually feeling it. And that was it. That was the plan. So I finished university and I went into the workforce for a couple of years and then decided, you know, now's the time, let's do it. And so I started a little bit later. I started training at 28, and I had my first match at 29, and I was in Japan for all of 30. And then OVW 31, got signed 32, debuted 33, and it's been a crazy roller coaster since then, WWE, and you know, to this day, I think I got signed in 06. So this summer is 9 years with WWE.
Wow. You're talking about your experience in MMA and judo and practicing before you got into the wrestling business. I guess it could correlate it to your academy out in Canada, Battle Arts MMA. Tell us a little bit about Battle Arts and how's it different from different training centers around the world?
Yeah, there's nothing like it because it's a full. There's very rarely do came. So when I went to Japan, I'm going there to be a pro wrestler, and you know that was, you know, we had a friend that knew somebody there at Battle Arts, and so I went to Battle Arts in 2004 in Japan, and I meet Yuki Ishikawa, and these guys that are training to be professional wrestlers, they're just training MMA. And I'm like, what the heck's going on here? And so then I discovered the whole work-shoot genre of wrestling, which I fell in love with. And but at the same time, we were doing MMA. So, you know, we had competitions and we fought and stuff. And then I overstayed one of my tourist visas, so I had to leave Japan for like a year.
Wow.
So then I went to OVW. But the beauty of it is I go down to OVW with this work-shoot gimmick that nobody else was doing, and that's what really got me signed anyway. Otherwise, I'm a 5'10", 220-pound, 32-year-old. At the time, what's there really that would make you stand out or be unique? I mean, I guess I have some personality when the red light goes on. But coming out with this work shoot style, I'm throwing guys these crazy suplexes and judo throws and arm locks, and they believed it. And all the agents would come down, and they would see these guys in developmental, regardless of how good they were, doing the same thing. Your heat and your comeback, and you're all kind of bumping feet and blah blah blah. And all of a sudden, this one guy comes out and does a spin kick and knocks this guy down and picks him up and does a judo throw. And he's wrestling with the same rhythm, but he's interchanging all his moves for these awesome, grandiose MMA techniques. And I caught their attention, so it actually got me signed. Oh, sorry. I'll go back to the question now. I'm rambling because I'm very passionate about the subject. So then Battle Arts in Japan closed down. So I got on the phone right away with an immigration lawyer and got Yuki Ishikawa in Canada. So he's teaching at Battle Arts. Not only is he teaching submission wrestling, catch wrestling, he's teaching the pro wrestling program. So we have these guys, and just to see the pro wrestlers and the MMA fighters cohabitate and have a mutual respect for each other in this gym, it's amazing. The kickboxers, they always stop and see what we're doing in the ring, and we cross-train a lot of the pro wrestlers do kickboxing and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And then on the other side, we have a strength and conditioning performance center that I remember watching this video. I think it was a documentary on BJ Penn. And he's going to 3 different gyms, one for striking, one for grappling, one for conditioning. Even GSP in Montreal was doing adrenaline training, wrestling with Victor Zilberman, training with Fazad. And I'm like, we got to put something all under one roof, but it has to be good enough at each individual component that they're going to train under one roof. So I got the A team together here. Like, we have several coaches that are just amazing, world champions in their own right. Our boxing coach is amazing. Toys, world class. Kickboxing, strength and conditioning. We're masters at everything. It's hilarious because you come in there and at 6 o'clock in the evening, it's family time. The local kids come in. Their parents are losing weight. They love it. 7 o'clock, here come the submission wrestlers, the grapplers, the boxers. And then later at night, we have, the guys that are coming in to spar. And the pro wrestling is later at night. We kind of close the curtains off and, try and maintain a little bit of kayfabe, but not too much because we're training in a very MMA-oriented fashion anyway.
That's battleartsacademy.ca for more information if you want to be interested in joining the program. We're talking to Santino Marella. He's at Twitter at Milan Miracle here on the Illinois Center for Broadcasting hotline here on the Pro Wrestling Experience. We love you here in Chicago. My program director messaged me this morning saying that you're his biggest fan, biggest wrestler. He loves you. He even used your intro song to his wedding.
No way, that's hilarious.
Let's get into some WWE talk. Obviously, I think the last time we saw you was against Rusev. And just tell us a little bit about your experience at WWE. What would you say is some of your favorite moments during your time in the WWE?
Man, it's crazy because now, because of YouTube, people email me links or say, hey, remember this, and they'll put a video. And I'm like, man, there's been so many over the years. Rusev, that camel clutch at the end actually got my neck. That was the last thing. That was the straw, the final straw. It was messed up already, but that was the last straw. So it's funny. It's just the irony of, getting hurt by a camel clutch. No, wrestling has been awesome, man. The locker room's been great the whole time I've been there. Traveling the world, putting on shows, and for me, it's pure fun, right? We're getting out there, and I tell people I wrestle for free. I just get paid to drag my bags around.
You get to travel around the world, and we got WrestleMania coming up on next Sunday. Tell us a little bit about having the opportunity to perform at WrestleMania. How can you describe that to the fans?
it's funny, you know, it's sports entertainment, yet you get this playoff feeling in your stomach, you know, and that's really it. You literally up your training, and you take it serious, and you're not missing meals and shakes and all that stuff. It's just funny, and there's tension. This is, it seems like any sports entertainer is going to be not judged, but, you know, significantly remembered by his Mania moments or his impacts, and, you know, so this is it's all about legacy for some guys, and this is the granddaddy of them all, you know, the big stage. It's awesome. I love going there, and going there this year, being injured and just I'm basically hanging out, and I'll do some signings and some interviews and stuff. But I'm just going to enjoy it as a fan this year with my family, and I'm still excited about it. I'm not even in it, you know.
That sounds cool. I'm gonna be down there as well. You're talking about the MMA stuff earlier as well. I don't know if you didn't have that much interaction with Punk as far as like on-screen storylines or whatever. But how do you think Punk will fare in the UFC?
Well, it's interesting. Punk, like, super conditioned cardio athlete. Very meticulous about his training. Like, he trains hard. So if he focuses on something, he's going to become very good at it, period. Definitely has the athleticism to be a high-level fighter. I know he's been training jiu-jitsu a lot. The only thing is has he been studying it? I know he did karate and stuff as a kid. How is his kickboxing, boxing? That's the only thing I'm worried about. Mm-hmm. But I'm only worried about it because I don't know. He could have been kickboxing for the last 3 years, 5 days a week. I don't know, right? But it'll have to be at a high level, and that's the hardest part.
Let's play a little word association. I'm just going to bring out a WWE star, maybe executive here and there. Just give us your opinion about this superstars. Let's start off with Maria.
Oh, Maria, yeah. She's a sexy kitty cat.
Beth Phoenix.
Hummer. No, wait, let me explain. The vehicle. Like, okay, I didn't mean Hummer the other way.
I know.
Yeah, anyway, okay, Hummer. Humvee, how's that?
Okay. Let's go to, let's do Emma.
Emma, sexy meets goofy.
Mm-hmm. John Cena.
Oh, hard work.
Hard work. Randy Orton.
My buddy.
Let's see. Roman Reigns.
Oh, the future.
The future.
Yeah, because the thing is, I know people are all like, oh, they're pushing him. Yeah. You've been complaining for years and years and years. Give me something different. Here's something different. Oh, now you're pushing him. So, you know what? And this is the thing I gauge it on. Super high-level athlete. Nice person. Very, very nice person backstage. And has a strong locker room. He's very locker room oriented. Mm-hmm. And for the industry, you know, I'm 41. I turned 41 on Saturday. I'm not going to be in the locker room forever. To know that it's being handed off, and a guy like him with, you know, it's in good hands. Sorry. Okay, go ahead.
I'm glad you said that, because with our show, we don't talk about the negative stuff or whatever. I don't worry about dirt sheets or whatever. I like seeing people get the opportunity. I think in wrestling, it's not about who deserves it or not. Anybody deserves an opportunity. I'm glad you said that about Reigns. Two more word associates before we let you go. Vince McMahon.
Oh, my idol.
Your idol. And then finally, Triple H.
Tons of respect. Triple H is one of the smartest men I've just come across, and so well balanced. He's a man's man. He's one of the boys. He's intelligent. He's a barbarian in a suit, but he's a great guy. You know, the thing with Vince too, he's so busy, right? So I don't have that. You know, I don't call him on the phone and fly in his plane. But man, I wish I had a better relationship, just because of, and not even anything to do with wrestling. So I'd love to learn just business from him. You know, he's he's awesome, man.
What matches on WrestleMania are you looking forward to?
Oh man, that's a good question. Well, the whole card is pretty interesting, obviously. I guess Roman and Brock. I want to see that these are the two big behemoths. And Roman's a big dude. Like, he's over, 250 pounds, maybe 260.
Wow.
And like to be 260 and be like the little guy in this match, it's pretty crazy.
Sting taking on Triple H. It's going to be a pretty cool card. WrestleMania's coming up next Sunday on the WWE Network or on pay-per-view. You can follow Santino at Twitter at Milan Miracle. Check out his training center, Battle Arts MMA, battleartsacademy.ca for more information. Santino, thank you so much for taking your time to come in on the show. I'd love to have you back on sometime soon, and you're the man.
Oh, no, my pleasure, my pleasure. And just for some listeners, we also do things, because there's like a hotel across the street, and we even have a dojo house for some athletes. If they're going to say they want to say, you know what, let's take a road trip. Let's go to Toronto and train for 2 weeks at Battle Arts, and we're open for that. And we'd love to have guests, and we always, our doors are open and our arms are open.
Our freedoms.